we're going to be watching the first OVA of Moriarty the Patriot. Bunch of paintings? What the? Alright! This is gonna be real fun, I can just tell.
A widely known and well-loved painting was the subject of vandalism late last night in the
Vandalism?
town of Bath.
So
The defaced work, featuring several white lilies, was originally painted by philanthropist and local celebrity Baron Cubit.
Oh. Did someone steal his painting? And so he was like, if no one can have it, or if I can't have it, no one can? Was it that type of situation?
We're in the right place. This is where the defaced painting was originally displayed.
Oh, I see.
The surrounding works were also painted by Baron Cubit.
His carriage just arrived. He says he'd like to look around the gallery first.
Very well
Whose
then.
carriage? The Baron?
I hate to ask, but would you deliver this?
Certainly, sir.
Oh boy.
The boy seems awfully hurried. I wonder if his errand has to do with our case.
It probably does. In fact, I'm going to guarantee that it does. Okay, first of all, it's so uncomfortable to see the women like in full dresses in the water.
Liam, look up!
You're kidding.
Fancy seeing you here!
Literally. I can't
Sherlock
believe it.
It's been too long, Mr. Holmes. I'm delighted to see you both looking so well.
Yes, the same to you, sir. And thank you again for all your assistance on the train.
Okay, so this is happening after the train, but I'm guessing before Bond joins his team.
Why Bath?
Merely sightseeing, I'm afraid. I thought a visit to the hot springs was in order. Though it appears you, sir, are here on some manner of business.
Yes,
I'm guessing it has to involve his case. Was he
I'm
hired?
here on behalf of Baron Cubit and his artistic
was.
endeavors. I am Jean-Paul Marais, art dealer. Of course, I'm more than happy to pay for whatever services you may provide.
Oh, now you're speaking
I've
his
set aside
language.
£300.
£300? That would cover the cost of repairs from the time we blew up the flat. And Miss Hudson might find it in her heart to get
Oh!
backs.
The time he blew up. Okay, so this is after Bond. Okay, so this is like before the second part of the series, of the season.
Who are these gentlemen?
These are my friends, the brothers Moriarty, William in the top hat, and Lewis in the bowler. I bumped into them in town. They would also like to see your painting.
William James Moriarty, at your service. I hope you'll forgive our dropping by uninvited.
How much do your paintings usually sell for?
It depends on the piece, but they often command in the range of £500.
500?
Wow.
Then perhaps the culprit is simply displeased with your work being so profitable.
If they know what they're worth, then they should know I donate the proceeds in full to local charities.
Something tells me that that is a big fat lie. Oh. Is he kept in an enclosed area? Is he painting all of these paintings for him?
This is unusual.
What is?
I guess that makes sense.
This
with the
pigment
beginning
includes
scene.
lead as one of its components. You hardly ever see this sort of thing nowadays.
Oh. Okay, so, he hasn't been happy for a long time.
Based on my initial observations, I believe that our culprit is left-handed and quite short.
How do you figure that?
Our defaced painting suffered little damage to the upper half. The lower half bore the brunt of the assault, but based on its position in the gallery, it's likely our vandal had to use a stepladder to reach it.
Okay. I was thinking that he was targeting the lilies specifically, but I guess not.
Cubit's hands showed no
What did it look
signs of the
like?
man being an expert artist. No calluses, no pigment staining his cuticles. In other words, that man simply does not paint.
I do know that you were hiding something, Mr. Holmes. Are you not?
You caught that, did you?
They
I'm
both were
impressed.
hiding something.
I discovered this inside his sketchbook. A series of numbers, stained with the same paint the culprit used, which means it's very likely a message.
I love their interactions so much. I'm so glad that we're getting more. To be honest, I didn't feel like we got many interactions with them in the original series, so I'm enjoying this.
It's Cubit. I received your letter. I don't need to know who you are, but please tell me how you know...
What on earth are you doing here?
I could ask the same.
Wait, that's the boy.
I want to talk to you. I'll meet you at his atelier tonight.
Stanley.
From
Is
Stanley's friend.
Is he Stanley's son?
I received the exact same letter.
I used to be a fan of your paintings, you know that?
Until he realized
And there were
that
deliveries
they were fake.
for you. I took them as often as I could. So one day when I saw someone walking from your house into the woods, I was sure it must have been you. So I followed after him.
Was that Stanley? Okay. I'm very confused.
That was when I became friends with Mr. Stanley. I know that you tricked him. Don't think you can hide what you did any longer. Once you got your money and fame, you didn't need Mr. Stanley anymore.
Stop this. You don't know what you're saying. He was
what? Okay. Clearly there's something else more here.
Now I'll see that you pay once and for all! What?
Oh my...
Good sir, you needn't stain your hands with blood at your age.
Wow.
Why, Lord Moriarty.
You already have stains enough. I was the one who sent those letters to you.
You were? Then that means...
You're Mr. Stanley's friend.
Unfortunately, Mr. Alan Stanley has passed away.
Has he?
You should know. His death was not Lord Cubit's fault.
What?
When was... Okay, there's so much more going on.
The cause of this Stanley chap's death was illness.
Illness.
Wasn't it, Lord Cubit?
Yes, indeed it was. I'm afraid he was eventually done in by Satanism.
By what?
Lead poisoning. As the illness enters its final stages,
He
one
became-
sees symptoms that include intellectual decline, irritability, and hand tremors.
Okay, this was not what I was expecting at all, but it's so interesting.
He was the son of the stable hand at the villa we had in London when I was a child.
Oh, wow.
We were roughly the same age, but my parents told me I was not to interact with commoners.
Oh, of course.
So for many years,
But you did
we barely
anyways.
spoke. Listen, Alan, you and your paintings have value. You can make that happen in your lifetime. I know it. However, the years slipped by and he never sold a single painting.
Why don't we say you're the one who painted my pieces?
Because he's a commoner. He doesn't have, like, a noble name attached to him. It all makes sense now.
It still doesn't add up. You haven't explained those numbers. So go on, make it make sense.
Numbers?
He's referring to
the
this.
code. I see.
It compares the final sale of several recent paintings with the amount set aside for donations to charity.
I see.
Despite the claim that you donate all the proceeds from your sales, the truth is you've only ever contributed a few %.
I discovered a donation check. So I asked your art dealer and the aristocrats at the spa about the price of your paintings. And I found out the amounts were completely different.
Does he not know about it?
Indeed. You and Mr. Stanley were being fed false sale prices from the beginning. The man behind it all is your art dealer. He's made a small fortune off of you simply from pocketing the difference.
That's crazy.
Hold it, lad!
My God, he is...
How? How does this upset you?
He is so murderous.
The path of vengeance is a misery you needn't suffer, my friend.
Wow. I had him all wrong. He's actually a good person. You can't really blame me for thinking that. The show is full of bad people. Mostly from the nobility.
So what if my reported sale prices were incorrect? We all make mistakes, don't we? I'll sue you for wrongful arrest.
Jean-Paul Marais.
Uh-oh.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're here to take you in on suspicion of treason.
For what?
Oh.
This man has been using his position as an art dealer as a cover. He is an arms dealer.
Oh my God. What a twist. No way.
You know, a friendship between a philanthropic nobleman and a destitute artist is rather heartwarming.
Rewarding themselves. I bet a lot of people enjoyed this scene.
They're beautiful. Flowers blooming
Such a shame
in
with the
gutter.
lead poisoning,
I like
but it was very common.
Thank you. My greatest hope
artists
for these
using lead
works
with paint.
is that their purity can inspire change in people. If these lilies can drive even one man to kindness, then I'm quite positive that will change the entire world.
Another inspiration in William's life.
Unfortunately, I can't claim to have truly known the gentleman.
Oh. Well, I suppose I'll leave it at that then.
I don't think Sherlock believed him at all. Alright, well that was the very first OVA of the series, and I really enjoyed that. My favorite parts of it were the interactions with Sherlock and William. That was always my favorite part of the series, and that has always continued to be the case. And I just really enjoyed this fun little story. And you know, the whole plot point of, you know, the nobility being friends with the common folk, I think it's a really good contrast of what most of the nobility thought in the, you know, in the actual series. I thought it was a good, you know, way to go. But yeah, not much to really say about it. It was really fun. It was really good. I can't wait to see the next OVA, which will be the last thing that we see from Moriarty the Patriot. And then we will be going on to the next series. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please if you like, please dislike, and tell me what I can do better. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to go to bed every single time we make a video. And I wish each and every single one of you a wonderful day, night, evening, afternoon, whatever you prefer. And I'll see you all in the next video.